So using the information from my mitochondrial chromosome, the S and Vs, we can trace my maternal line.
Exactly. You got your mitochondrial DNA from your mother, she got it from her mother, and she got it from her mother, and so on. And so let's go take a look at your mitochondrial DNA.
Okay.
All right. And what I'd like to do now is focus on the maternal line. So let's go back up to the menu, My Results.
Okay.
And under Ancestry Overview, we see maternal line, which is what we've been talking about. And then...
Oh, wow. So I have my maternal line from J2A1A. And what does that mean exactly?
So if you remember, when we looked at the rest of your chromosomes, they indicated a lot of ancestry from Britain and Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
And J2 is a lineage that's also very common in Europe, in different parts of Europe. And it's a lineage that arrived in Europe maybe 45,000 years ago. So that's something that you inherited from your mother. So if you were to trace back, and get to know who your relatives were through your maternal line, you'd find that they all, they probably were living in Europe, different parts of Europe, and maybe if you went far enough back, if you went back 45,000 years, you'd probably find that they were on the Arabian Peninsula in the Near East. And if you went even further back, you'd find that they were in Africa, because all of us, when we trace our ancestry, a single lineage of our ancestry far enough back, we'll find that it traces to Africa.
Now, interestingly, I actually have my own father is in the 23andMe
Okay.
group too, and I noticed that he and I have the same mitochondrial subgroup. Now, does that mean we're related?
That means that you have a common maternal ancestor, and it could be back, thousands of years.
I see.
Yeah, but that's kind of cool, to share that maternal ancestry. It's not that you did not inherit it from him, but both of you have a maternal ancestor, if you go back far enough, the same maternal ancestor.
Now, what about Roy King, who we looked about earlier?
Okay, let's find. So
Roy
has a lineage called L2C, and that lineage is very common in Western Africa. And if we recall Roy's overall ancestry from chromosomes 1 to 22, about half of it traced back to Africa. But what we see by looking at his maternal line is that specifically, if he goes back, the mothers, his mother's mother, came from Africa. And what I'd like to do is compare that with his paternal line when we get a chance.
Okay.
Okay.